I have a serious addiction, and I can only feed this addiction one time a year. And this is that time. Look, it ain't about no pumpkin pie. It ain't about no apple pie. I'm an addict. It ain't about no lemon meringue pie. Once a year, every year, I get to feed my addiction. No rhubarb pie. It's all about sweet potato pie. And today, we're about to get all up in there. There is nothing more special, more sacred to me than the day after Thanksgiving with some mac and cheese, some stuffing, a sweet potato pie, little sprinkles of turkey, and a little bit of gravy.
Now, if you're willing to travel for food, then you know how we feel.
Well, we're moving right now, y'all. We traveling, I think, was it 2,040 miles, was it?
Over 2,000 miles.
We about to travel right now for Thanksgiving dinner.
Also, of course, to visit my family. It's been 2 years since we've been back to the States.
We need that shirt. We'll travel for food. We'll talk about. Yeah. All I want is a Lions game, some good food, and some good company.
Okay, let's get it.
Let's go. Sweet potato pie.
Los detalles, Marcela, adelante con los hijos.
It is the ticket of your baggage.
So in this video, you can expect to find out why the hell are we so addicted to sweet potato pie?
Please understand that sweet potato pie, and African Americans go way back.
Yes, these are yams. These are yams.
Sweet potatoes have been mistaken for
They
yams
always said that they look like
ever since we've come to America.
a hairy elephant foot.
Look at this thing.
It is not a sweet potato.
No, it's not.
Yams are so important. You can see that they got more of these things here than pretty much anything else in the market.
Yeah.
But they don't grow in North America, or they didn't.
Yams are the staple food that's used all throughout African cuisine. And it's something that was deeply missed when Africans were brought over to the Americas. So when we were brought over, we brought that desire, of our foods with us till we were able to find a substitute. And sweet potatoes was that substitute for yams, which is why even now we have a lot of sweet potato based recipes that we call yams, like candied yams. Sweet potatoes were used a lot during slavery times in the meals that they cooked. Conditions for slave quarters in plantations, they weren't really it, So a lot of times African Americans, they cooked sweet potatoes over an open flame and were able to kind of put whatever they could into it. They made something called sweet potato pound, which was...
It's an adaptation of an Indian recipe, sweet potato recipe, where they use grated sweet potatoes and honey.
Sweet potato pone is something that you will find in the Gullah community as well as the Caribbean. It has the texture of a pudding.
Like sweet potatoes that were mashed over an open fire, they were kind of mixing whatever they had on hand. But baby, once we got hold to like some real oven and kitchen utensils, like modern cooking utensils of that time, we were able to start adding butter, eggs, milk, spices, and the sweet potato pie was born. The first sweet potato pie ever recorded was in 1881 by a former slave from South Carolina named Abby Fisher.
The oldest recipe for sweet potato pie. We made it.
We did.
We made it. We made it.
We made it home for the holidays.
And we just leveled up.
Thanks to Level 8 Luggage.
Thank you, Level 8.
For sponsoring today's video.
I searched high and low for some luxury luggage that's gonna last. We've been through 4 sets of luggage in the last 7 years, and I believe we found one that's gonna make it. Level 8 Luggage. What really helped me to make the decision to go with this luxury line was the 360-degree rotating wheels. Easy to control, but I'm always controlling multiple pieces of luggage. And these puppies move easy, they almost glide over the concrete. What I also like about these pieces are the 3 levels of handle control and the wide handle.
This was both an upgrade and a downsize. Okay, the challenge here is that we wanted to become a little more minimalistic, even that was just a few inches. So we went with their 28-inch and their 26. We both have pieces that are like 30+ inches. So the fact that we will have to fit all of our lives in this, I think is going to be a healthy challenge for us.
So this is level 8's Voyager line, as we said before. I love the sleekness, I love the style, more importantly, I love the compactness of it. The interior and the way that it's set up should help us fit everything in there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Each of the pieces have 2 compartments. And when I say 2 zipper compartments, what I mean is 2 different sides.
A really nice functional piece of these cases is that each has a wet pocket. It's durable, secure, and ready for any liquid you put in it. The 28-inch has a collapsible shelf divider for added organization, while the 26-inch has an adjustable strap and luxury lining. Now, one of the benefits of the wide handles is more space. Those metal rods that usually run down the middle, they're not there. They're on the sides. Plus, each case has a TSA-approved lock to keep the contents of your luggage secure. We also got our hands on their 4-piece set of packing cubes that I'm really excited to use for their added organization. They come with 4 cubes of 3 different sizes and detachable rubber patches to identify what's inside. If you're in the market for sleek and stylish luggage pieces, check out Level 8 Luggage and use the Yarbros 10 to get 10% off.
Y'all remember Abby Fisher, right? So Abby Fisher, she eventually moved to San Francisco, where she became really known for her skills in the kitchen. She became the 2nd Black woman in the US to publish a cookbook. And her book was called What Miss Fisher Knows About Old Southern Cooking. Now, I don't know if you were aware how things went during that time, but Black women, they cooked and they cleaned all across America. So having a book like this was golden. And this is her recipe for sweet potato pie. 2 pounds of potatoes will make 2 pies. Boil the potatoes soft. Peel and smash fine through a colander while hot. 1 tablespoonful of butter to be mashed in with the potato. Take 5 eggs and beat the yolks and whites separate. Add 1 gill of milk. Sweeten to taste. Squeeze the juice of 1 orange and grate 1/2 of the peel into the liquid. 1/2 teaspoonful of salt in the potatoes. Have only 1 crust, and that at the bottom of the plate. Bake quickly. Back then, recipes were written in paragraph form, and what was interesting is that Miss Abby Fisher, she couldn't read or write, so she entrusted the dictation of her friends to get all of her recipes down in this book. Come on, former slave, started several businesses, was well known even within high society in San Francisco for her cooking. They pushed her to publish this book. She won several different awards. Man, we are something else. Abby Fisher's sweet potato pie recipe is the first sweet potato pie recipe on record. Now, sweet potato pies and sweet potato based recipes became very, very popular in the South and a staple in a lot of Southern cuisine. But around the time of the Emancipation Proclamation, when slavery was abolished, and then subsequently when the Great Migration occurred, a lot of African Americans were starting to put some distance between them and the South, and they took their recipes with them, which subsequently introduced the sweet potato pie and other well-known recipes to different regions of the US. Now, at the same time, there was a lot of strife, of course, going on in the US, the South against the North against the South. There was this kind of identity politics happening. There was a group of people and a woman named Sarah Joseph Hale who was really pushing for Thanksgiving Day celebrations. Like she traveled to 29 different states and pushed to get certain things approved and decorations created so that these celebrations can take place. Now, she was also known to be a pumpkin pie enthusiast. Take that with whatever you might want, but this identity politics kind of tied together pumpkin pie to be a symbol of like Americanism in a way. And at the time, the South couldn't care less about it. And they actually more like doubled down on not caring about pumpkin pie and embracing sweet potato pie like it was the only dessert they ever wanted to eat. Similarly, African Americans weren't really on the pumpkin pie train either. We stuck with sweet potato pies because we knew the truth. The truth is that sweet potato pies are delicious and addicting.